And the brand new update 1.17.10 out now, guys. Minecraft candles are actually in the game, and yeah, big changes to the settings to allow you to test the experimental caves and cliffs features without joining the beta. Stay tuned and let's discuss right now. Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, guys, coming to you from, yes, random world, because we don't really use these worlds for much because the beta world has beta stuff in it, and this update really only tells you about these candles, the potted azalea, and the update changes. Guys, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We do all the updates pretty darn quick around here and get you notified. So yeah, basically they added in candles. We've already kind of fiddled with the candles in the beta before. They're in the game full. Potted azaleas are in the game, and also they've made it so you can test some of these features without joining the beta. That's right, people would be excited about that. We are going to go over it. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to read the changelog. It's probably going to be about 5 to 6 minutes, and then we are going to go over all the stuff. Should be easy enough, and if you want to just skip it, skip it. If not, stay here and listen. So it starts with J Megaspud's tweet right there. Bingo bango, updates coming out for you now. Okay, Minecraft 1.17.10 Bedrock is out now. Candles are available in the game. They can be placed in clusters up to 4, being lit just like sea pickles. Put a candle on a cake and make a wish. Candles can be crafted using honeycomb and string. Combine with dye on a crafting grid to get the different colors, exactly how you would imagine it. That said, potted azaleas added potted azalea and flowering azalea variants. Just place it in a flower pot and you are ready to go. So first major change here, guys, is the experimental gameplay toggle is now on the regular version instead of just on the beta. In this, you can tick it on. If you put it on, again, guys, be forewarned, things can be broken and things like that can happen, but basically it's going to change your world height up to 320 blocks, basically give you the new cave stuff, new surface biomes including lofty peaks, snow-capped peaks, snowy slopes, mountain grove, and mountain meadow, which you can see around us right now. World height now goes up to 320 blocks. I already said that. The new cave biomes, lush caves and dripstone caves, they don't really look exactly like you would imagine yet. Revamped the cave generation to add the cheese, spaghetti, laqua aquifers, and flooded aquifers, the new ore distribution, shulk, sensor, and goat horn. That's all the stuff that was taken out after and put back in, and now you can play it without the beta. Because sometimes the beta is hard, guys. Fix a crash that could occur if a structure was placed in a command in an unloaded area and that structure was deleted. So gameplay changes. Underwater fog is now again dependent on biome and it appears as it should. Fixed a bug that could cause nether portals to sometime take players to the wrong coordinates. That was a big one. Fixed split screen players not being able to rename item on anvil. Thunderstorms now happen as often as on Java Edition. Bastia loot is now like on Java. Players can no longer swim through the air under a platform, even though it looked cool. Fixed players going through cobwebs and taking fall damage before hitting the ground. Descended through powdered snow with touch control now uses the same button as descending through scaffolding. So I guess you could push down now through it. Before you couldn't push down now through it. I'm just gonna have to switch off of this screen here. Okay, so we have D. I just switched monitors. This is insane. I don't know how I'm even doing this, but let's just roll with it. Mobs. Empty buckets can no longer be used to collect fish. Axolotls no longer move their tails when playing dead. Feeding axolotls with a bucket of tropical fish now returns a water bucket instead of an empty bucket. Axolotls now only spawn in complete darkness to prevent them spawning in unwanted places. The hitbox on axolotls is smaller to match the size of the mob. Drowned guardians and elder guardians now attack axolotls on sight. Skeletons now turn into strays after 20 seconds in powdered snow, reduced from 45. Strays no longer drop wither skeleton skulls when killed by charged creepers, even though it's kind of cool in thought, if you ask me. Burning mobs can no longer destroy powdered snow when the mob griefing world option is disabled. Tempted goats will now move at the same speed as goats in Java Edition, and other similar mobs that are being tempted. When goats are performing a ram attack, mobs no longer retaliate against the goat, so they could just ram freely. Goat fall damage reduction is now in parity with Java Edition. Goats can now continue ramming when on slime blocks and honey blocks. Baby sea turtles no longer despawn after being hatched. Baby horses, including their variants, are now taller and exhibit no Z fighting from their legs. Don't know what the heck that means. Probably said it wrong. Carry on. Iron Golems and Evokers no longer sometimes aggressive on peaceful difficulty. Amphibious mobs no longer get struck when pathing over slabs and daylight sensors. Attacking glow squids no longer go dark after or only for the aggressor in multiple sessions. Glow squid now darkens to match the surrounding life level when hurt, so it hides, yes. Villagers spawn from villager spawners on marketplace worlds that were created after version 1.11 now spawn correctly. Fixed awarding that could appear in split screen when encountering guardians. Block changes, guys. Falling anvils and stalactites now deal damage when landing in liquid. Azaleas can now be mode mealed when placed on clay. Using pick block on azalea leaves and flowering azaleas now results in the correct blocks being picked. Hanging roots are now destroyed by water. Lightning rods no longer break falling blocks that land on them. Rooted dirt texture is now randomly rotated, matching the behavior of regular dirt blocks. Small drip leaf now only drops itself when broken with shears. Glow lichen now only drop itself when broken with shears. Jukebox now only ejects music discs into non-solid blocks. So I guess it won't eject now if you do that. Okay, so let's go on to E here and finish this, guys. That was the craziest thing. I literally just had for some reason, this, changelog just didn't want to open. I don't know why, that's insane. Items, projectiles such as snowballs and eggs no longer cast shadows. All dropped items have similar floating height. Disenchanting an item using a grindstone once again resets enchantment cost penalty correctly. Data-driven items now swing faster when not targeting blocks. Fireworks rockets obtained / replace item command now have a flight duration, probably 1 I'm imagining. Fireworks stars obtained by replace item now have proper color values. Glowing text on sign now has outline. Black text on sign can now be lit by using a glow ink sac. Tooltips are now present when holding an ink sac, and glow ink sac when using a controller. Ink sac and glow ink sac can no longer be used indefinitely on signs in adventure mode. Players can no longer dye text on signs in adventure mode. Pumpkins are once again accepted by farmer villagers regardless of their rotation when mined. User interface changes for the win. Glow item frame is now placed after regular item frame in creative inventory. Copper ore is now placed after other ores as well. Deep slate is now placed over other stones in the creative inventory. Hotbar item tooltip duration now scales the length of the tooltip's text. That's a tongue twister right there. Added a new accessibility icon in the settings menu. Item can now be previewed in the character creator and equipped using the equip button. Added equip button to classic skins and cape tab. The profile screen reload button now properly localized to support all languages. The reset to default button in the accessibility settings now resets the text background opacity slider as well as the others, I'm assuming. Let's keep going. Fixed a typo in the loom section of how to play. The counters on empty tabs of the play screen now display 0 instead of an empty gray box. Fixed item, featured item thumbnails now fit correctly within the featured items window in the character creator. When not signed into a Microsoft account, players are now presented with a button prompting them to sign in on the play screen so they can view realms. Realms Plus content expiration date now appear properly. Realms Plus timers now only appear within 30 days of expiring. Some new command stuff here. Title clear now correctly clears the title and subtitle from the HUD. Frosted Ice can now be used in command that accepts a block such as set block or test for block. So guys, there's one more page that was the technical JSON stuff. I'm definitely not going to do those. There's so much of those and I kind of just stutter through. We're going to go through the main changes, and that's this right here. So yeah, azaleas in pots is a thing. Make sure that you don't try to put these ones in, right? You don't want these ones. These are not the right ones. They're just going to go on top of it like that. That's not how it works. What you're going to want is to have these ones here. These are the flowering azalea, and the right here is the azalea and flowering azalea, not the azalea and flowering azalea leaves, which is what these ones will be. So in addition to that, we're going to have candles. You guys already know they go just like sea pickles. You can put up to 0 or 1 or 4, and each one is going to depend on how much light they put out, giving you the power to do so. In addition, you can put a cake and have a candle with a cake. So that's pretty much the fun stuff. We've already seen this in a beta update that we have done in the past, but basically what everybody's going to want to see is this stuff here. I think we're going to just go into it. So I feel like it's in these world settings, but we might have to start over and go to it. But basically, this is what you're going to see. So I didn't turn it on. If you want to do it, you could just basically go into these settings and turn on caves and cliffs. You have to be outside of the world. And then let's go like this. So I bet, you know what? Let's save and quit. I wonder if I could do this here. I think I should be able to. Let's go to here. So this is the world we're just in, and then you could basically change it from here. So yes, activate experiment. So basically just like in the beta, and they're gonna copy your world for you. So that's pretty interesting actually, because they don't want you to ruin it, and then you could do this. So at that said, let's just go through and show you the stats. It says caves and cliffs, holiday creator features, custom creation of custom biomes, additional modding, upcoming creator features, and enable game test framework. So bang, all of these are going to be in here now instead of covered on the beta. We're going to go in here now, and it already copied the world, so that's pretty cool to know that it does that actually. That will save a lot of people screaming about putting it in their world and it breaking. This should be the exact same world because we've already loaded it up. But that said, they should generate differently once you load up new chunks. I felt like I did it in this world, but I guess there's some forms of the biomes that we had over here that were kind of changed. So in essence, I could load up something different here. It's just the different biomes that kind of operate on the tops of the things, and the world goes higher and lower. Guys, don't forget to smash that like before you go. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for yeah, cool tutorials, let's plays and stuff. Man, that looks pretty cool. I think that this is a super cool, beautiful looking area. Yeah. Catch you on the next one.